Hey, I'm Mike.
Hey, I'm Chris.
This is Mike and Chris Reloaded.
Hey, and who are you again?
I'm that special guy that likes to just specially. It's Dane.
Dane is here with us for the first time in 2017.
It is 2017,
It is
isn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Dang, okay.
Unless we've gone through a time warp.
Time Warp.
Hey,
Wasn't there a movie about that?
uh,
Time Warp?
Yeah, just one. He never remade it.
Time Warp.
Weird.
Oh, Rocky Horror Picture Show?
yeah, yep. It's funny you
Okay.
should mention that. I was actually watching the remake of that the other day.
I'm sorry. Are you going to say it was good?
Anyway, it's funny you should mention that. I was watching the remake of that the other day, and it got me thinking about how I mean, they make these movies like these, that's just classic movies that we've watched in the past, or even series like that. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell else have they remade? So I figured, let's just do a show about that.
That sounds like a good idea to me. I'm almost planned for that kind of show. I mean, I got a bunch in my head.
Really?
No, I don't. It's in front of me on paper, but they can't see that. Oh, shit, I spoiled it.
It's almost like you knew.
I still
know.
say they never remade Rocky Horror Picture Show.
They did,
It's
unfortunately.
It was different. That's all I could say.
What's your definition of different?
It wasn't Tim Curry.
No, Tim Curry made the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's
and
just,
Meatloaf.
Yeah, you see a lot of these things that are just cult classics that have stuck with us for over the years and years and years and years, and it's just like, oh, let's just see what we can do because we're running out of ideas. Let's just remake something.
A lot of people ain't going to know about this. Let's remake the property. While some people will know the property and go see it just to see if it's good.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's like this generation never saw this because they're oblivious to technology and movies and TV from the 80s. So let's just bring it back and resell it to them, and maybe they'll like it.
Well, and also even look at nowadays, like TV shows nowadays. A lot of shows that were made back in the 80s or even beyond, way before that. You got like MacGyver. Just recreated that new series with Lucas Till. Yeah, and you also got Hawaii Five-0, which has actually been pretty successful.
Yeah,
they're in their
I heard it was
season.
Good.
I think they might be going to their 8th season. They're ending their 7th season now. But the original series, I didn't even realize ran for like 12, 13 years.
Wow.
I mean, that's a long time, like 1968 to like 1980.
I know my grandparents watched the shit out of Hawaii Five-0.
I mean, you got that. You got, of course, they made some stuff that's just like crap. They took the movie Minority Report and made a series out of that.
I don't talk about that either.
Yeah. I think after the 3rd episode, they're like, yeah, let's just cancel this. But we already made 10. No, we're going to cancel this.
Hey, there's 2 that I'm pissed about that I actually really enjoyed the remake. Damien and The Exorcist. I like both of those shows.
I have not actually got a chance to watch The Exorcist. I've heard some mixed reviews about it.
Well,
mixed about it.
Basically, it takes The Exorcist is basically the girl that was originally possessed in the beginning of the show. Grows up, has a family,
and
her daughter gets possessed by the same demon that possessed her. And there's 2 exorcists in there. It's actually really good. It's pretty graphic for
the elements
Fox.
that I did enjoy is like the relationship between the mom, because like, oh, you used me because of you were a hack. Her mom was like an actress or whatever.
Yeah, she was a book writer.
But anyway, she used her popularity from the possession to get back into the limelight.
Well, see, that's how the daughter felt that the relationship went, and then. But anyways, I think it was good.
Well, yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I mean, it is on my list of things to see. I mean, I did like the original, the second one, not so much. But I mean, there's a slew of other things that they're bringing out. Prison Break again.
Yeah, I know. 24 Legacy.
24 Legacy,
which has just come out just recently.
Super Bowl.
They're bringing back Gilmore Girls.
Well, that's already out too, yeah. And I don't understand the 24 Legacy part though. If it happens in 24 frickin' hours, and I said frick, so Chris can use the F word today. It happens in 24 frickin' hours. How can you drag any seasons out of that?
Well,
How
you
long
make
can one
seasons
day
out of
last?
or prison break.
I know.
That should be like an episode.
Well, it's like 24 hours. You got 24 1-hour episodes.
Yeah. Well, see, there's 2
There-
seasons, but it lasted like 5 or 6 seasons, and now they're bringing it back.
There's a different Mike. There's more than one day.
What about
So
holidays?
it should be called 24/7.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it should be called.
Let's write-
24/7.
Let's write a note.
Spin-off.
So Fox, if you're hearing me, 24/7.
There you go. Another thing they're redoing again and again and again and again. Star Trek.
Star Trek Discovery. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm going to cheat the system. Well, I don't have to. I have a Fire Stick. But if you wanted to cheat the system, you just wait until the season ends.
And
Get your 7-day free trial of ABC On Demand. Or is it CBS On Demand?
CBS.
CBS On Demand. CBS On Demand. Get your 7-day free trial. Binge watch the first season, and you're good. Cancel it. so you can watch it.
7 days to watch 37 episodes.
And the first episode, they're gracing us with a live television premiere of the first episode.
Ooh. Another popular one actually they did make was Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I love that show. It's funny they
I like it.
they got
I know
Damon Wayans in it.
I know
so.
my mom. She really likes it. That's a really good one for her. She likes
Now,
it.
I don't know the guy who plays Riggs, but he's a little grungy looking. I forget the guy's name, but I mean he does
He's
a
been
pretty
in a
good
couple
job.
movies I enjoy, like little smaller movies, but I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Of course, another big one that we talked about earlier that was announced was they're redoing DuckTales.
Ooh.
DuckTales. Ooh.
Which, again, is animated. There's a lot of animated stuff out there that's been redone and rehashed all over the place, and we've talked about that before.
For a
but,
millennia.
yeah.
Can you guys
Scooby-Doo,
sing?
anyone?
Can you guys sing the DuckTales song?
In my sleep.
Yes.
I was doing when I first announced it with the David Tennant thing and stuff and all the
As
characters
Scrooge
as
McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck. My daughters got driven crazy because I sang that song nonstop every day for about a week. It was like
Dad's
nonstop.
Ooh, DuckTales.
Ooh, life is like a hurricane.
It's
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
off there.
I'm sorry. I messed up.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good things. I mean, like I said, a lot of things have been redone. Of course, like Power Rangers have been redone how many times? 1 billion times?
Well, technically, it hasn't been redone. It's been Americanized.
Well, that's true. But which leads me to the next thing. You got this new Power Rangers movie coming out, which again is a total revamp, reboot, re everything. I mean,
I got what's his name playing dude again, the guy from Breaking Bad.
Think about it.
I can't think of his
Think
name.
about it.
I can't think of his name.
He who knocks. Come on.
I can't think of it.
He was Eisenberg. Come on.
And yeah, I know who he was. I just can't think of his damn name.
oh my God, Mike!
He hasn't been relevant in years.
What?
What do you mean he hasn't been
What has he been on since Breaking Bad, except for cameo roles?
I mean, those couple of movies and awards he's won,
Like what?
I don't know. I mean, if I were to say something, I'll be like, I don't know, maybe The Insider, or maybe, I don't know, Godzilla.
Yeah, movies I haven't seen. So, my
Bryan
bad.
Cranston, by the way.
Ryan Cranston. But anyways, I'm sorry I did
Well,
not
it's
see
actually
those movies.
also-
I've never watched a
You're
Godzilla
fired.
movie ever. Except for
Ever?
maybe once when I was
If
a
you talk
kid.
about the Matthew Broderick movie, I swear.
No, I didn't watch the Matthew Broderick movie.
Good, because it also never happened.
But we are going to do a Godzilla podcast, so I'm going to be cramming as many Japanese Godzilla movies as I possibly can into an evening coming soon.
That is a lot of cramming. That's all
It
I
is
gotta say.
cramming. But I'm used to cramming, Chris.
So I hear.
Take that sentence out of context.
Anyway, Power Rangers, a little more grittier, darker,
Oh,
possibly.
yeah. Way darker, grittier.
And, I mean, there's just a slew. You want to talk about Godzilla, Kong Skull Island,
Yeah.
another reboot, which is, I guess they're talking about leading into a Godzilla versus King Kong thing.
Yep, 2020.
I heard it was Pacific Rim versus Godzilla.
That's another thing that's kind of...
I've heard everything's gonna kind of tie in.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see how it works.
We'll see how Pacific Rim 2 does. Which is called Rising, I think, or Uprising.
Yeah, I think so. Pacific Rim 2 Uprising.
Yeah.
There's been a few here recently. They redid Magnificent Seven.
Yes.
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty decent.
Yeah, I actually like that remake.
It was good. It was more of a modern telling, but still in the Western.
Oh, yeah.
But with just more, modern day actors. Beauty and the Beast, all the Disney movies now are being remade again, but live action.
Yeah. And Lion King and Mulan were just announced.
Yep. In fact, they have already announced a bunch of people. They have announced James Earl Jones is going to play
Returning
Mufasa.
Yeah, he's going to reprise
Actually,
his
only
role.
announced 2 so far. Mufasa.
Glover, Donald Glover.
Yep, he's going to be Simba. Which I think is a good choice. I could hear his voice already.
Oh, we'll see. They couldn't get Jonathan Taylor Thomas again?
Who?
I'm sure he's not busy.
I am sure.
A lot of other things. Tomb Raider. I mean, there's a lot of reboots and remakes coming out, and it makes me wonder, what is Hollywood thinking? I mean, they come up with anything original. It's
That's
just like,
sad.
I mean, here's what's even more sad, and I'm a huge. If anyone's ever known me, Spider-Man is one of my all-time favorite comic book characters of all time. I mean, he's like my number one.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Can't
out
go
there.
wrong with Spidey.
And here we got Spider-Man: Homecoming out this July, right?
Yep. July. I think it's 7th.
And this is the 3rd time they've rebooted it in the last 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12.
And this is the 5th, 6th movie for Spider-Man.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Well, we don't count that 3rd one.
You gotta count it, Dane. You gotta count it.
I didn't like any of them.
Did exist. They didn't mess up.
I didn't.
They never did
Sorry.
a movie. Venom's never been on the big screen. Ever.
He said he did not like the Doc Ock one.
I did
What?
not.
That's the best one.
That is the best one out of all of them.
I didn't
Spider-Man
like it.
2.
What did you like about it? Because it's also stayed true to the comic books.
Well, I don't read, so I mean, I don't give a shit about a comic book. I don't read. Stop cursing at me.
Oh, hey,
So, but it didn't caption it. It's like they put all the Spider-Mans. They put too many villains into one movie.
Well, this one looks pretty good, I think. I mean, I like the way they're going with it. They're keeping with the whole
villains, I believe.
Civil War thing and the
As
Iron
I said,
Man.
they're gonna probably pump it full of freaking villains. And
But if
I
you
said
think
frickin'
about
again.
any superhero, there is not just going to be one villain walking around because, they live in a city or wherever they, reside. And
Well, the very first one with Tobey Maguire only had Green Goblin. That was it.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that
And
was
even the second one was only Doc Ock. That's it.
Although
no. What one was
there
Sandman in?
was other characters who would become villains and later.
But in the movie itself, just
Yeah.
Doc Ock. That's
What episode was Sandman in?
The one that never happened.
What are you talking about?
Okay. But I didn't like the Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
Even the Amazing Spider-Man with
The Amazing Spider-Man was
Andrew Garfield only had Lizard. That was it.
I'll tell you, the Amazing Spider-Man I did kind of moderately enjoy, but they scrapped it because of the last one with what was the bad guy?
Electro and Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Which is Jamie Foxx and Dane DeHaan played Green Goblin.
Why Jamie Foxx?
Hey,
that's what I want to know.
Well,
he didn't do that bad of a job, I would say. I mean, he played the character okay. It's just
but he's got a quirky comical personality.
Well,
it's
he
hard.
did start on In Living Color, so
I know it's kind of hard to take him as a serious villain in my brain, just by previous roles. But he did do good in Django. I'm gonna say that.
Ray.
Huh? Ray, you did a good job in Ray.
I believe he got an Academy Award for Ray.
I believe so too. I'm not gonna doubt it. I just have
and the Mike
as
Rose
a villain.
Award goes to. Oh wait, they don't have it.
I just have a hard time of taking him serious as a villain.
Well, that's like, would you ever picture Michael Keaton as Batman?
No, I'm gonna have a hard time with him playing. Was he playing Vulture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time with that.
But even as I'm saying, even back then, did you ever picture Michael Keaton playing Batman?
No.
Or how about Tom Hanks? Growing up watching Tom Hanks and Bosom Buddies, just a slapstick comedy type guy. How did you ever picture him playing? A 90-pound gay man with AIDS and stuff. Did you ever picture him playing a guy?
He was
lost
good
on
in
an island?
Philadelphia.
I mean,
What's that mean?
Range. People have range and stuff like that.
What's that mean? Never travel with Tom Hanks.
Never travel with Tom Hanks. Crashing planes and getting stranded on islands.
Yeah. He doesn't have a good track record. Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, Dane, you got anything up there on your list there of stuff
Actually,
coming
I
out?
wanted to add to the Power Rangers. Oh, actually.
Oh yeah.
There's actually going to be even grittier R-rated version animated from the guy that did the gritty short a couple years ago.
I read that actually the other day. I happened to read that the other day, and I think it's supposed to be a Netflix thing, isn't it?
Netflix is doing their own thing, but so far I'm thinking he's going to try to get it for wherever he can. I think it's Moxina that's actually doing it, the IGN based. Yeah.
Now I know, in the past, things have worked out for certain people, like when they did the Mortal Kombat, the little episodic thing, the web
they're
episode.
still working on that movie coming.
But they had what, it was something like 12 or 18 episodes, a little mini episodes, 6-8 minute episodes.
2 seasons.
And they put it all together. You can actually buy the whole movie put together.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was actually fairly successful for a little, episodic thing like that.
Especially a guy that did Glee before that.
Mm-hmm.
Go big. But yeah, he's gonna go for even darker, grittier. Anyone seen the little short they did?
I did actually. It was really good.
Yeah,
I
really
did.
good.
It was brutal, but it was really good.
I'd piss you off if I
That's what he's going
talked.
to go for. He's going for brutal, and he's doing the first 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reimagined. So
that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I'd piss you off if I said anything on this topic. So
you don't like Power Rangers?
I don't like Power Rangers.
You seriously should watch that one. It's what, about 15, 20 minutes long?
Oh, really?
20, yeah.
Yeah.
Even had Dawson Creek guy, what's his name?
James Vanderbeek.
Yeah, Vanderbeek.
I watched the original Power Rangers. Don't get me wrong. And
this one's totally not like that. Nothing like that. I mean, it's like
take what you might have heard about or
people's
seen
heads
about
getting
the
blown off and
reboot,
stuff.
But
that's cool.
Way darker.
Yeah, because I so like the cheesy B acting that's involved in Power Rangers.
And actually, it even had a cameo from what's his name, Frank.
Like Gumby looking villains.
Yeah, he was in that there at the end too.
Or they got like Yo Gabba Gabba looking villains. That's what they are.
Yeah.
You ever seen Yo Gabba Gabba?
Oh yeah. Well, see, in this one, the big rumor is what's her name, who plays Rita, is supposed to be a fallen ranger. Supposedly, is the big rumor.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Looking like the Green Ranger, especially with her staff. Spoiler alert for the movie.
I'll go watch the movie. It's something to do about geekiness, and I do geekiness, so I will watch the movie reluctantly. And
you're just afraid of giant robots fighting giant monsters. I understand.
Yes, I am. I am fearful. But I mean, they're remaking Death Wish. Did you hear that?
I've heard about it. Yeah.
That's confirmed with 2017 that they're remaking it. Sometime this year, we're gonna get it.
Well, technically next year it'll start filming, probably summer.
Yeah, they're going to start. Yeah, they're starting filming in 2017. So, and then Jumanji, that really pisses me off. Jumanji's what pisses me off.
Jumanji's technically not a reboot.
No, it's a sequel. Yeah, but I want to throw it in. That's Robin Williams. That's like sacred. We should leave that be. We should put Jumanji on a pedestal where it belongs.
They shouldn't touch a lot of things.
And just leave it sit there.
Well, yeah, and I agree with you on a lot of things, man. It's like, there's the talks of rebooting like the Indiana Jones. There's talks of rebooting the Back to the Future. Talks, just all these different things.
Even Zemeckis said he ain't going to allow that as long as he's alive.
Yeah. And you want to see. You grew up watching all these movies and shows and everything else, and it's just like, I remember watching the original Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. It's like, wow, this is awesome. And you see this show, and it's so just kind of cheesy, but just like the video game when you played it back in, the Nintendo, the N64 days.
She had a
and all
square
this
ass.
Yeah, but you see this stuff, and it's just
and pyramids for titties.
And it's just as cheesy as that. But now with the reboots, even the reboots of games, it's like the way the games are. It's like, you play a game nowadays. It's like watching a movie.
Yeah, we should do a podcast about games based on TV shows or cartoons or movies, and talk about how shitty they've been.
Well, a lot of them
are or vice versa.
Or vice versa. Yeah. Except for DuckTales. I like the DuckTales game.
But even
That's
like I
still
said,
hasn't
but
done
like
something.
even going back to this, though, what I'm saying is you look at the games, how the games are being rebooted, and the movies are following the games now. It's like, okay, this game's been rebooted here. Now we're going to follow this movie and reboot this movie again. So it's like, you get Tomb Raider being rebooted for the movie is being rebooted based off of the new games. Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
More grittier.
Yeah,
kind
of her first, experience in this
how
and that.
she came to Tomb Raider.
Yeah, exactly. You also look at like even Spider-Man now. Sony's got a new Spider-Man game coming out based off of, this new Spider-Man character.
Actually, it's supposed to be its own standalone universe.
I thought it was supposed to be somewhat similar to the base.
Similar, but if you look at the costume and everything, it's going to be. Plus, they haven't even showed a villain, or villains. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see the Vulture pop up in that one.
Oh, I'm sure.
And there's actually rumored to be more than just one villain in this one, by the way.
Well, I mean, if you played any of the Spider-Man games, they have like every villain, even the villains that aren't even in the movies. So I actually like the Spider-Man games. So I mean, I probably go against the grain there, but I've enjoyed
There's been good ones. There have been bad ones.
The original Spider-Man games with the free roam cities and just sling your web.
Ones,
yeah, you just sling your web and go.
Of course, Universal, they're rebooting all their monster movies.
Are they?
Starting with The Mummy.
Yeah, and apparently Dracula Untold was technically their first.
Was it? Yeah. Was that considered one?
Mm-hmm.
See, what I heard is that they were all supposed to actually lead into a kind of a group thing.
Kind of an Avengers thing.
Yeah. I just don't see how the Dracula Untold ended that way. I've seen it. And
it is modern, if you remember.
It did end pretty modern, but I don't know. We'll have to see how the new Mummy pans out, I guess, with your guy you don't like, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, if you're listening to me, I hate you.
But
I loathe you.
But I know the new Mummy is smoking hot, man.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'll check out even if I don't like Tom Cruise. I still like the Mummy story.
Help me out here, Dane.
I'm trying to think of her name now.
It's Kingsman.
Villainous.
The Villainous and the Kingsman.
Had the legs, or had the blades on her legs.
Yeah, she was also in the new Star Trek movie. She was all the chick in white.
Actually, isn't she also our new Laura Croft?
No.
Who's playing our new Laura?
So we go from one name we can't figure out to another name.
Well, there's only like two pictures, if that, of the new Laura Croft.
No, I'm just saying we're terrible.
Vikander. Vikander's her last name. I can't think of her first name. Alicia Vikander?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
We'll go with that, and we'll let them post if we're wrong. They're remaking American Gigolo for Showtime?
I believe it.
Richard Gere's American Gigolo.
Tough to be a man, baby.
Yeah, they're remaking
it. Was a good movie, though.
It was a good movie. I just don't... Well, I guess I can see. He's just a new customer every episode.
Yeah.
But that's something for Skinamax.
Just leave the money on the nightstand.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Man,
Bewitched.
how am I going to pay these bills?
I just want the old 70s, like, music.
Bewitched, they're making another series.
Well, if you want to get technical, I mean, you got Chips and Baywatch released movies.
Which summer?
It's like I remember watching Chips as a kid. Poncherello, John and Poncherello, and that, and it's just like it was kind of somewhat comical yet serious.
Yeah.
You get that music playing in the background when they're on the chase and this and that.
Yeah.
Or chasing the bad guy.
Yeah.
Or anything action.
Yeah.
Just like.
And this one just seems like it's just like they're just trying to make it an out and out comedy.
Oh, well, they have Dax.
Yeah.
And so, of course, it's going to be a comedy.
Yeah. And then even Baywatch. Baywatch wasn't really that. I mean, it had its moments, but it wasn't really that comical.
What's his name? Was it Zac Efron?
Yeah.
They're playing.
And The Rock's playing Mitch, Mitch.
Rock, listen to me here. I like you. You're funny. But don't just take every job that's going to pay you money. Just saying.
Chris is building up a list of enemies.
He was voted the number one highest grossing actor in
Hollywood
last year.
For a reason. He plays any role.
Well, no, not just that. He's got 3 movies coming out this year. He's got Baywatch, The Fate and the Furious, and Jumanji.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we got a couple $1 million for you. Will you? I suck your... Never mind.
But well, he's got that show Ballers,
Yeah, I love Ballers.
which is actually he gets paid like big time money.
At
I think
$1
he gets
million
paid
an
like
episode.
$1 million an episode.
Yeah, $1 million an episode.
So,
Yep. I know. I like Ballers. If you haven't
He's an
watched
expensive
Ballers,
guy.
that's
He's
pretty
also a
good.
big guy.
but yeah, I mean, he's got that. Of course, they're already announced they're doing the Rampage movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna pan out.
Yeah. Redoing Scarface, Ghost in the Shell.
For those that don't know what Rampage is, it's an old video game.
Johnny Depp's going to be busy this year, too.
Oh, my kid loves
Johnny's
Rampage.
always busy.
He's got The Invisible Man and The Murder on the Orient Express coming out.
When Tim Burton's not using them.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you sure Tim Burton's not doing them movies?
and then he just had the new
No,
Pirates
he's doing
movie.
Dumbo.
Now, is he doing the original Invisible Man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, supposedly. Yeah, he's doing the original.
Which will be
Invisible-
part of the whole new Universal Monsters.
Yeah. So see, that's why I'm wondering if now, like I said, I don't know how true all this stuff is, but I heard that everything you see is going to lead up into kind of like you said, an Avengers style, whatever. Everyone's going to get together, and I don't know if they're going to be good, mind you, but I'm just saying.
I'm just wondering, is it going to be like Wolfman versus, Frankenstein or something like that? Ultimate fight or something? Or if they're going to we got to get all these monsters together to stop Hitler.
Yeah.
What is that, Supernatural?
Yeah.
Supernatural just had, we were watching the TV series Supernatural where they Nazi or what were the necromancy Nazis
Yes.
were trying to bring Hitler back to life. And they succeeded, and Dean Winchester shot him in the head. So now he goes around and says, I killed Hitler. That was the dumbest episode. I love that show because it's bloody, it's gory.
I wouldn't say it's the dumbest, maybe of the season, but of all time, there's been a couple of.
I also want that and the black and white episodes. Those are the two I don't like.
Black and no, I like that one, actually.
I don't like it.
What is this show you're talking about?
Yes, I hit him. No, I clap my hands. Last time I hit a guy, they didn't come back on the podcast. I don't know why. Devin.
Where did you hit him?
In the back of the head. I dusted
he's
him.
Special.
I dusted
You can't
him.
hit special. Talk about my brother. I love you. Love you. Love you. But you can't hit him in the back of the head. Remember there's something about Mary?
Yeah.
Franks
Same
and
thing.
beans.
Same thing,
But
worse.
Bottom line is it seems like there's no originality nowadays.
In
You don't
Hollywood,
see
no.
much, and then everything you see that's somewhat original is just like, this is Academy Award movie, and nobody
Based
knows
off
it.
a book no one actually knew.
Yeah,
about.
nobody knows anything about this, so we're going to just make an Academy Award movie out of it. I'm just like, really? It's just, I mean, I understand it's hard to come up with originality that people are going to watch and people are going to be interested in, but I mean, it is out there. It is possible. I mean,
I'm sure there's tons of scripts just lying around.
John Wick. I mean, when that movie first came out, I was like, Keanu Reeves, John Wick, what the hell is this? And then I watched that movie. I was like, that's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I actually can't stop watching John Wick at times.
In fact, I just watched John Wick 2 yesterday, which was
I
really
haven't
good.
watched it yet.
You went to the theater?
No, I did not.
oh, I wonder where you got that from.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't for me because I watched it. Not illegally, but I'm not saying where I got it from. But guess what? John Wick 3.
But I'm just saying, you get these movies out there. I mean, it is possible to come up with originality, and it's like Hollywood don't even want to try it. It's like, let's just find something we did 30 years ago and redo it. We'll just modernize it. We'll splash some high-paid actors in there and make it, big.
Huge budget.
Yeah, people will come see it because The Rock's in there. People will come see it because Will Ferrell's in it. People will come see it because so-and-so's.
Will Ferrell.
But I'm just saying, it's just like,
Three people. That's just going to join together and kill you, man. That's
But even so, like even the like you don't like Tom Cruise, even the Jack Reacher movie, that was pretty original. I mean, it's something. I mean, it's a story that's been done, but yet it's still an original.
I just thought about something else. That was originally a TV show that Tom Cruise does, Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
They have like 20 of those, not 6. But
I don't like any of them.
Lost count after a while, I think.
That's about when I stopped liking him. First Mission Impossible. Oh, that's not bad. It's all right. I'll watch the second one. The second Mission Impossible. Okay, this is kind of getting
Is
redundant.
that a Metallica soundtrack? Oh, cool.
Yeah, the third Mission Impossible. I can't stand you, Tom Cruise.
I don't even know what the
Well,
third
you know,
one's about.
and on the same token too, man, it's like you come up with originality. Great. Fantastic. You know, make a movie, make 2 movies, make 3 movies.
Yeah, I mean Marvel's beating it to death.
Or
just
you could be
successfully.
like Fast and the Furious and make like 37 of them. At some point in time, you're going to run out of cars, man. Just stop. Okay? Just let it go and stop.
Okay, I got another idea for another Fast and Furious movie. We're going to get everybody back. We're going to resurrect somebody. Yeah.
But this time we're gonna go
But
faster.
We're going to have less cars and more explosions. Come in, Michael Bay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, comes to a point in time where you just got to stop. I mean, it's like, and even in Saw movies, okay?
Yeah, they're making another one of them.
Yep, they're making another one of them.
Not just one.
Again, it's an original concept, but stop.
Stop beating this dead horse. What are you doing? Stop it.
I mean, it worked back in the 80s, I guess. So they're just like, hey, let's do it again. We made 37 Nightmare on Elm Street movies and 25 Friday the 13th movies. Let's just keep doing it.
They ain't going to stop us. Because you can't.
I don't know. And again, it's you know, even the horror movies nowadays, they're all based off of Japanese horror. You know,
The Ring,
yeah.
The Grudge.
It's nothing even original. I don't know. I guess it takes a fresh mind, and it seems like we don't find that too many of them out there nowadays.
Tokyo Gore Police. I think if you have not watched that show, that movie. Sorry, movie. You need to watch that movie.
Dude, I've seen like all his work.
Have you? Talk about Japan. I wish they would Americanize that one.
You can't Americanize that.
Yes, you can. Cheesy graphics, everything, the whole 9 yards. I'd be down for it. I'm all about Americanizing some Japanese
Mike's
culture.
directorial debut.
Yes. Take this.
My God.
But anyways, I think we
cut.
I think we rattled on long enough about this subject. You get the point. We don't agree with remakes, reboots, and sometimes a whole lot of shitty sequels.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I mean, it just depends on the following it has or whatever. But you know, it's like we're talking about the Hawaii Five-0. You know, it was out for back in the late '60s up to the early '80s. You know, my mom and you know stepdad watch the new Hawaii Five-0. They love it. You know. Same character names, just totally new characters, revised, this and that. Which I've actually watched it too. It's actually really good, you know.
Yeah.
But and then you jump from that to shows like MacGyver and Minority Report. You know, the original MacGyver lasted like 9-10 years.
Yes.
Apparently, this one's on the verge of being canceled after the first season already. So it's
it wasn't that thought through.
I was gonna watch it, but then I realized it's MacGyver, and I've seen MacGyver, and I have no interest in seeing any more MacGyver. I watched reruns.
Yeah, but to me, there's only one MacGyver, and that show is it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God! It's a bomb! Quick, give me a paperclip, a stick of chewing gum, and a pencil.
I don't have any gum. Fine, give me a paperclip, a pencil, and a snorkel. Are you really gonna defuse a bomb? What?
MacGyver.
MacGyver.
MacGruber.
But so if you haven't followed us on our social media pages, follow us. We have Google Plus, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, YouTube,
and our website, Mike and Chris Reloaded at Libsyn, LIBSYN.com. .libsyn.com.
Yes, .libsyn.com. Yes. Let's redo that.
And you can follow us on our website at mikeandchrisreloaded.libsyn, LIBSYN.com.
There we go. We got it right.
But yeah, that's about all we have for this week. Basically, in a nutshell, Hollywood, pick up your game, come up with some originality.
Or talk to us. We'll think of some things for you.
We got it for you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Dane. Thank you, Chris.
Yes.
You think so?
You think yourself.
Or was he?
I bet you that's not all he does to himself.
Self-gratification.
Oh, fuck.
There
I
we
got
go.
it in.
You did, and we're out.